Now, this one is a childhood game I played like decades before, and I almost, just like Final Fantasy VII, I almost finished this game, but a certain person deleted my save before it actually finished the game. So, I got up for a very, very much a long time. But yeah, this game is definitely a cult classic, and it got a lot of flack because it was, and I will admit, it seemed like it was trying to replicate Final Fantasy to its T, and I can see why people or the critics just didn't give it the highest scores because it was around the time where Final Fantasy VII, everyone was on that Final Fantasy VII high, and Final Fantasy was just releasing games like non-stop back in those early 2000s. But yeah, unfortunately, this game got a lot of flack because it came around a time when Final Fantasy was just super popular, and it was just releasing banger after banger after banger. Get the idea? But this one was, I wouldn't say it was essential, but it was one of those kind of like it was good, it was great, and it's great in its time. And when you back in those days, you thought it was good, like when you first played it, but now you appreciate it more because you're just like, this one actually had something going on, and it was actually really great just from what I saw. So yeah, another thing that I actually noticed too, and I didn't know this, Japanese or Japan studio when they developed this game, they actually they're no longer around. I thought Japan Studio was around, but nope. In April 2021, I'm reading this from Wikipedia, it was reorganized and merged with Team Asoba, or Asobi, is it Team Asobi? And other SIE studios, or Sony Interactive Entertainment Studios, which I find that interesting because they were around in 1993, and now they're gone. Like they've been gone for 3 years, April 2021. I find that quite interesting. Very interesting. Hmm. But yeah, Japan Studio, they brought a lot of actually solid franchises. Well, let's count them down. Ape Escape, just played it. Loco just played it. Patapon, definitely played it. Gravity Rush, definitely played it. The next series, don't care to play it. Team Ico games, like Team I or Ico, Shadow Colossus, and definitely The Last Guardian. Yeah, they're, oh man. Bloodborne. Oh man, that's solid. I love that. The Legendary Dragoon and Astro's Playroom. So obviously they had some successful franchises, but Bloodborne I would say is the most successful. Definitely Team Ico, and yeah, they just had some successful franchises. Kind of sad that they're gone now. Huh. Anyway, enjoy this one. This one has a special place in my heart. Want to make sure I'm recording. All right, cool. To 3 minutes. Let's get this done. Oh man. Welcome to part 1 of The Legend of Dragoon. Always love that intro sequence. Alright, I'm gonna pause for effect because I think this game it's worth acknowledging. And I've seen the PlayStation Store rating. Apparently people really enjoy The Legend of Dragoon, that it actually got some pretty solid scores, like pretty much out of 5 stars. Mostly it's 5-star, a good percentage of it. Maybe that's changed and I'll look after part 1 and they'd be like, okay, I was wrong. It actually had lower stars, but overall, yeah, it's been pretty much solid. Like there's been solid reviews, well, solid player reviews. People seem to like it, even though it was a cult classic and it was compared to Final Fantasy. When you actually play the game, or when you played The Legend of Dragoon, it's a blast to play. I remember the RPG mechanics were pretty sound, and it was so different to Final Fantasy. I know it was weird. It was weird RPG mechanics compared to Final Fantasy because Final Fantasy was the RPG game, or the RPG series to own. But The Legend of Dragoon was just such a different, like, gameplay mechanics in terms of RPG. I couldn't help but love it. I loved the story of what it was going. I loved the darker, because Final Fantasy was dark, but man, Legend of Dragoon, it went there. Like the violence was kind of like brutal, but I very much appreciate it. And I did not, when I was a kid back in the day of the Legend of Dragoon, I didn't know it was that violent. I was just like, oh my gosh. But I appreciate how dark it went there. I would say the characters are not as iconic as Final Fantasy, but I actually like the characters, especially one dark character that you meet at the beginning. So yeah, for the battle system, I'll better to not. Well, yeah, I guess I should not just talk about it. I guess I should play. So let's get started. There's really not a lot to select in terms of basically the menu because, well, let's face it, there's always stereo. It's crazy because in the modern times, compared to the PS1/PS2 times, yeah, we only had stereo and mono. I know how that sounds, but we only had stereo and mono back in terms of the sound. We didn't have like control the volume or increase the volume, like from just like using the directional pad or the analog stick to increase the volume or decrease the volume, or increase or decrease. Now we have, but back in those days, we had stereos and mono, and it made so much difference back in those days. If you had stereo, you had the movie quality. If you had mono, then you had one of those like really old school boombox TVs, but it still got the job done. Because whatever TV you had back in those days, you always had a great experience in terms of the sound, in terms of video games. Yeah, it's definitely improved because now we didn't have like microphones or we didn't have headsets back in those days. You probably could have, but it was mostly made for PC. But back in the console days, you heard basically the entire sound on your TVs, and you just appreciate it more because you were so immersed. And then your parents are telling you to like turn down that record or turn down the TV because you were turning off the volume on your TV. Yes, don't deny it. You were one of those kids, or you were one of those kind of like new blood or old school gamers to appreciate the older games, you turned up the volume on your TV, and your parents told you, or your significant other told you to turn it down. So that's why I appreciate that now I have headsets so I can hear what I couldn't hear back in those days. But man, it was so revolutionary to play these old school games back in those days. Yes, I guess I'm old school, but I appreciate the Legend of Dragoon for what it achieved. All right. Well, enough going all nostalgic. Let's actually get started. Well, this brings me back. it's so weird to see full motion videos back in those days compared to what they are now. It's crazy. Now everything is CGI. Okay, FMV means full motion video. But man, I mean, technology still use it, but not as much. Everything's now CGI these days.
This way.
So, this is her. Indeed. Put her in custody. Is this really necessary?
It is His Majesty, Emperor Dole's command to take that girl into custody.
Who is she?
That is not your concern.
You know what's also crazy too? Like from the Final Fantasy 7 through 9, yeah, they show like full motion videos, but they didn't have voice acting. Legend Dragoon was kind of one of those early ones that was an RPG, and in their full motion videos, they had voice acting, but only text dialogue. I find that quite, oh yeah, one of my favorite characters. There's a reason why she's a fan favorite. I'm showing appreciation for The Legend of Dragoon because okay, yes, the voice acting, but this was back in the wait, did this come out on PS2? No, it came out on PS1. This hold on the phone. Let me just take a look just to be sure because I want to make sure I am not getting that confused. Because I think that this only came out on the PlayStation. Yep, it was only PlayStation 1. But yeah, just the fact that I find that very interesting that there was voice acting and that I'm kind of surprised for this type of game they would actually put voice acting because it would have been easy to just have no voice acting in the actual cutscenes and just keep it like text box or just kind of like have them talk but we don't know what they're saying and we just kind of interpret from their body language, but they actually gave us voice acting in the cutscenes. I actually appreciate the cutscenes for The Legend of Dragoon. It seemed like there was actually a budget there, and even though the voice acting wasn't top notch, I thought it was pretty good to great for what they got. Well, anyway. Yeah, she's just jumping like... She jumps pretty freaking far. Chapter 1. Okay, is that supposed to be Sardinian War? Sardinian War? Yeah, this was actually a long game, but I respect it. Dart. I guess he loves darts. Too easy. Bro, it's not a rumor. Clearly from the opening FMV. Oh, okay, yeah. Just point my spear at me. I'm gonna totally be inclined to answer you now. Yeah, I have a sword, and I can easily chop one of your horses, these version of horses, and then demand an answer to you. All right, that is definitely a dragon. Man, this brings me back. It's amazing of what Dark becomes later in the game. Because, yeah, he can hold his own, but he couldn't hold his own against that type of dragon. But now, like, later in the game, and this is not a spoiler, bro just kind of goes, like, one-shots them, or he gets pretty beast mode towards later in the game. But yeah, I actually like Dark, but compared to his, like, companions, I guess he could seem one note, but I actually liked Dark back in the day. Oh yeah, fan favorite. Looks like a mantis more than a dragon. Too bad we can't highlight it, but we know it's a poor detail. She's not wrong. It's definitely a dragon. Sorry, you don't know what a dragon is? I don't know. In your kind of medieval fantasy or medieval setting, I feel like you would know what a dragon is, but whatever. And there he goes. Foreshadowing. That's the thing about... That was the thing back in those days, too. Because... Let's see. I think Final Fantasy VIII already released before Legend of Dragoon came out. But yeah, I mean, in terms of its competitors, there's no way the Legend of Dragoon... I mean, it sold decent enough, but it just didn't outsell in terms of Final Fantasy. It sucks that this game was compared to Final Fantasy so much, but you can't blame them because the Legend of Dragoon, once you think about it, was Final Fantasy, but it did do things differently. It kind of sucks. It got a lot of flack back in the day, but I very just much appreciate it. I'm absolutely putting an hour in this. There's no way I'm not putting an hour. Wait, can I take the arrow off? Oh, that brings me back. Oh, man. Very much appreciate that. Yeah, vibrate on. Nope, stay morph. It's so great to see the character portraits and the UI. I very much appreciate it back in the day. I don't think I can get rid of the arrow. Not like Final Fantasy VII. I think you can get rid of that kind of like Point Dexter kind of thing. I'm gonna see if I can. Nope, triangle just puts us back. I think... Nope, okay. Okay, so R1. Yeah, I like it. I'm completely cool with it. But, I don't know. Some people were like, hey, this is the character you're controlling. But no, it kind of took me out of the moment back in the day. So I'm glad that we have the option to get that away. Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, just kicking an old person. Battle system time! What you think about it, Lost Odyssey kinda was inspired by The Legend of Dragoon. To a degree. You'll see it in a minute. Gosh, this brings me back. In a positive way. Burnout. Okay. Time to attack! The Knight of Sendora!
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that brings me back to quick time events! It gets much better, especially when there's multiple. It kept you engaged with the button prompts or the QuickTime events in the battle system. Yes, Final Fantasy was revolutionary in terms of its turn-based action. No, I am not knocking Final Fantasy. I will always love the turn-based like, of the old school days. But yeah, the QuickTime events with the battle system, it did keep you engaged, and I found that very fascinating in The Legend of Dragoon. Anyway. You know, in a sense, and this is just a thought that I just had, it would make sense that these characters from The Legend of Dragoon would fit in the fighting game because their models look like something that would be in a fighting game or a Tekken game. I know it's odd, but I just find that kind of fascinating too. Yeah, because I have enemy protagonist hair, or just because I have a sword, an actual weapon, compared to you guys, who are pretty much dying. Oh, you're dead. Kinda wish you told me where she was, or who she was kidnapped by, but you only gave me kind of vague clues. More burnout. Yeah, he's definitely gone. It would be interesting. I don't think Sony would do it. Sony PlayStation would actually do it. It would be interesting to also see a remaster remake of The Legend of Dragoon. I think there's so much visuals they could really visual upgrades they can do. Now the voice acting, that would be interesting. I mean, it would be easy if they kept the original voice actors and just do text dialogue, but in the modern times, I feel like there would be voice acting and everywhere, and I would be appreciated. Just give us actually solid voice actors. I think The Legend of Dragoon needs a second chance to really blow people's mind away. Because as I've seen from the PlayStation Store, in terms of the ratings, people would be completely cool with it. Because it's such a cult classic in a positive way. What do I think about the music? I think the music's good, but I have to hear more of it because it's been a very long time. But the gameplay is solid. The gameplay is solid. I remember I liked the characters, and the world building's pretty fantastic too. And yeah, there were some brutal moments and character deaths that I'm just like, oh my gosh, they killed this guy. Or they killed this lady. And the twists were really well done in this one too. Well, anyway. Okay, so the save point doesn't restore my health. That's interesting. So this is going like old school RPG. Like you have to use the healing potions before the boss fight and stuff. You know, I also find it interesting, and if I remember this correctly, I think there were, like, back in those PlayStation days for The Legend of Dragoon, I think there were 4 physical discs. Because I know Final Fantasy VII had 3 physical discs. Oh yes, I'm dropping some knowledge on you. Respect it! Anyway, Final Fantasy VII, in terms of the PlayStation 1, had 3 discs. Final Fantasy 8 and 9 definitely had 4 discs. And you know, I find that very... I love that. I love when the developers and PlayStation did it back in those days, because you knew that you were experiencing a grand journey, and it was so cool to have like cliffhangers of this, like what's next. It was like a book on tape, but video games. So you appreciate it more because it felt like your time was extremely valued by the time you got to the second disc or the third disc or fourth disc. And the stories were so intriguing and so fleshed out that you didn't mind the multiple discs. But I will admit, I do appreciate the dual, or everything being on a physical disc or digital now. So you don't have to stop your game, you're just going to keep continuously going. You have definitely more appreciation when you get older. Trust me on that. There's like a boss fight, I am definitely doing a quick save because we have that option. Unlike the old days. I mean, it's very... my confidence would be at an all-time high of kicking your private ass. That doesn't sound right in context. Alright, Helenia Prison. Got it. Wow, that brings me back too. Ah! To hell. How much health does the healing potion give me? Man, that brings me back. Oh, man. Alright, so I know that my fan favorite character is about to join us. Alright, let's kill the Knights of Sandora! Yeah! And another attack! Get some! Is that the best you got? What? Why are you running? That's kind of lame. Die! Freaking Commander! I wouldn't say that's cheeky of me. Are you doing a power-up? Bro! Not cool. Alright, well I'm gonna heal, obviously. Yeah, you forgot. I'm a freaking protagonist. Oh, okay, so you get 2 moves. Freaking great. Get some then.
Double slash.
Man, that first bit. Apparently he can heal himself too. I remember back in the day he did those moves. Get wrecked! So weird to hear voice acting in these type of games. Feel like I should be joined by that character by now, or some Deus Ex Machina about to happen. Did he just throw a fire at me? Not cool, bro. Not cool. Alright, well, I'll do the same to you. Eat this! Ah! Oh. Oh, I got him. Really? I thought he healed. No, he totally healed. So that shouldn't absolutely not got him. That's kind of interesting. What? No, seriously. I know he healed himself. So did he have really that much low of a health? That... okay, whatever. I count it though. Gosh, that brings me back so much. In a positive way. Volcano. I think that was one of his abilities or special moves. Oh, not my watch. Obviously, Playos. Playos? Obviously, I'm gonna rescue Shannon. Why would I not rescue Shannon? I mean, that's the whole point of the quest. It's an RPG, after all. No, clearly not. I have, like, 4 disc worth of adventure, or 4 disc worth of journey to do. But now this is kind of on digital, so I guess I have 50 plus hours to complete this journey. Well, he's not trying to be a Cloud clone. I know people would probably compare Dart to Cloud, Shanna to Tifa, and Final Fantasy archetypes. I get it. But no, these guys were pretty actually great. Whoa, you just punched me! Yes, it's obviously Dart. Who else has pretty much sparkly red armor? Clearly. Oh, well, that's pretty freaking sad. I don't even remember that. Basically, the kids in there. Maybe back in the day, but no, I don't remember the kids kind of attacking me like that. But it's been like years, obviously decades since the last time I played this. So of course, gosh, that brings me back. You know another game that they really should bring to PlayStation Plus Premium? Dragon Guard. Dragon Guard, they should absolutely bring that. All three of them. I think it would be... People would appreciate playing Yoko Taro's older games. And I heard they were yeah, they were pretty screwed up. But in a very positive way. But it would be cool to see their Yoko Taro's first games. It would be cool to see how his first games were, because I heard he goes like absolutely dark on those games. But I would absolutely be cool to see kind of like his history of what they would be like, because I know the Nier series referenced Dragon Guard like non-stop. So it'd be cool to see, I guess we could call it the Dragon Guard Nier verse. There's gotta be a clever thing to call that, kind of like that cinematic universe. Is Yoko Taro still doing games? Yeah, he is. He's absolutely doing games. But I would absolutely like to see his Dragon Guard series either remade or remastered, or some Dragon Guard collection, or bring it to PlayStation Plus Premium. I think there's money there. I think people would be absolutely cool with that. I would be cool too. I would absolutely play Dragon Guard. I want to see all or Yoko Taro. I want to see why it was so popular back in the day. Yep, clearly. She's not... Well, she's a prisoner of war, so I imagine she's not doing exactly well, but they're probably treating her as basically... I don't know. Oh, you have feelings about Shada. Well, sorry. You're not a protagonist, you're an NPC. So Dart is obviously... he's got her. The rules of anime, or I guess the rules of RPG, if basically they were childhood friends, either they're gonna get together, or basically Dart is gonna get with some kind of like... I don't know. No, I know what I'm gonna say. If you're an NPC, you have no shot of getting the main girl. You either have to be the childhood friend, or somebody who's of great importance, or important to the plot. That is what I'm trying to say. Okay, good to know. That's a good point. Yeah, absolutely. Alright, cool, we get to fight him. Probably should save. Probably should absolutely save. Since he's the guy who taught Dart how to fight, yeah, I probably should be ready for him. Alright, addition skills then. Oh, I very much remember. Woo! Alright. Okay, so I've been doing blue. Okay. Yeah, one more time. Okay, so it's too slow. That's what I've been doing the entire time. Yeah, definitely. I want to master this one. This is essential. Yeah, I'm pressing it too slow. He's right. But it's been decades since I played this. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I'm pressing it too slow. Yeah, Lost Odyssey did this too, if anyone will remember that classic. I am pressing it too slow. It's gonna be interesting if this was voice acting in this. Too fast? Alright. I am pressing it too slow. Crap. Okay, come on. Nope, it was too fast. Dang it. Well, I mean, I'll learn it on the fly, but, you know, I just kind of want to at least master it. Okay, one more time, and then I'll just kind of learn it throughout the game. Got it! Ah! Okay, now I got it. Now I actually good. Alright. It's coming back to me now. Almost had it. Yeah, yeah. Now I know what I was doing wrong. Yes, it was quick. Dang it! Okay, I can do this. I was so close. Come on. Achoo! Achoo! Oh yeah! After more than 3+ tries. Yeah, I'm gonna do it again. I love doing it like that. Let's get it. Achoo! Achoo! Volcano! Oh yeah! I got the gist now. Good thing we're not doing it with multiple characters, because that would be hard to freaking do. Alright, counterattacking. Alright. Right, there is a counterattack. Seriously, why did this game get so much flack back in the day? I know it was way too similar to Final Fantasy, but the fact that it had quick time events in its battle system and counterattacks and defense, that just seems like it was trying to do something. They had something there and they were trying to do something new. So I really don't get why it got flack. Yep. Yep, ready. Show me again, though. Nah, he's right. I am pressing too slow. You know, I just spent like a good 5 minutes trying to master it, and now I'm kind of like falling back into what I didn't learn. Alright, what's going on here? Oh, I did it too slow. Dang it! He's right, he's right. Gosh, the battle system is too fun. Alright. Yep, it was too slow. I wonder if I could slow it down. No. We're doing this proper. How many minutes are we done? 45 minutes. I know, I haven't left the village yet, but this is worth it. Dang it, you're right. Ah! Show me again. Really? That was too slow? I feel like I got it. Gosh, this game is awesome. Alright. A little bit nervous, but let's get it. What? That was too slow? I didn't feel like that was too slow. Man. What kind of defense do you have if you're just taking that like a champ? Dang it. No, I want to make sure I get this right because I'm going to have boss fights. I'm going to be doing counterattack all the time. Alright. No, I think I get the gist of it now. Do it one more time. One more time. Then we'll move on. Yeah, it's like a delay. Yeah, it's like a delay. Whenever I'm doing the counterattack or any button prop, I have to, like, make sure it's a delay. Or go in the Zim mode and then freaking do it. And then I got it. Alright, defense. Alright, let's get through. Okay, cool. Yes, it does. That's actually important. Okay, so I can change the skill before battle. Very, very important. And because of the quick save makes it so much easier. So you don't have to sit through like multiple cutscenes. You can save in between the battle. I love that feature there. This guy has taught me very interesting stuff. Thank you, Master Tama. Wait, is his name Master Tama? Oh no, it's Tasman. Like Tasmanian Devil? No? You taught me the essentials and how to get good. So I'm all for it. Nope, don't load. Just save. There we go. Alright, definitely need to select the skills. In addition to the... okay, which one has more damage? Okay, Volcano clearly has more damage. But, I mean, can we select both, or do we have to select one at a time? No, double slash. Let's just kind of get it good and get to the next level, so that way we can go to Volcano. And it looks like Dart has 7 abilities, or 7 abilities you can learn. But there was so... Wait, I can quick save. Even if I can't save, I can quick save. And that's so useful, and it saves so much time. I just love that you can do that on the fly. That is such a great feature of PlayStation 3 then. That's interesting. Da da da. Rats! Oh, okay, just push the prisoner. I thought she was a high commodity, or just like, you know. Yeah, be good in prison. Sweet, yeah, that's the way. Okay, so yeah, take him seriously. Whoa, that guy just got knocked out and he's falling into the abyss. Yeah, he's probably dead. I guess he didn't like taking orders from this guy. Wow, this brings me back. Oh my gosh, this brings me back so much too. I think we can save on, yep, we can save on the map, just like any RPG. If you can't save in town and not find a checkpoint, then you can save in, like, the world map. And back in those days, you definitely wanted to save in the world map, like, non-stop, because things were absolutely tough in RPG. Yeah, RPGs had no difficulty levels, not like the modern days to a degree, but yeah, back in those JRPGs and old-school RPGs, there was no difficulty level, so if you were outmatched, the game really showed it. No entry yet. This brings me back so much. Yeah, obviously we have to enter here. I do appreciate the quick save, so that just makes it so much easier. Wait, was it rent my counters, or was it like Chrono Trigger? What the heck? Sure. I'll buy something. What you got, bro? Alright, I have 52 gold. No point to buy the healing potion because we're just gonna get it, like, from killing these enemies. I think... No, I don't want to... No, no thanks, I'm good. No, I know how to use the items. Clearly for that boss fight. Yep, it's random encounters. That also brings me back. Freaking random encounters. Oh, okay, looks like a goblin and a bird thing. Huh. Oh, assassin cock. Assassin cock? Really? Who took the naming convention of this? Double slash! Double slash! I gotta master it. Seriously, I feel like these characters would be in a fighting game. Just the way this is set up. Yeah, the music's good, but like compared to Final Fantasy, no, it's light years ahead of like Final Fantasy has the best music in terms of this. Alright, Merchant, I'm gonna actually buy stuff because I actually kinda need it. Because there's no, like, my health doesn't automatically regenerate whenever I buy that. Oh wow, it's been 55 minutes. Yeah, it sounds about right. Yeah, definitely buy something. Wait, we can only carry 32 items? Well, is there like a level up that will increase my items? That's kind of interesting. No, I don't want to know how to use it from you. I know how to use it, bro. I'm a seasoned... I guess I can say I'm a seasoned veteran of RPGs at this point, so I know how to use health items and other items. I don't mind leveling and grinding because level up and grind it, level up and grind it. Anyway. Okay, so, yep, using items, escape, but I'm not gonna escape unless it's a boss battle. Double slash! That was nothing to me. Assassin cock. Seriously? Assassin cock? Who named this? Who in the right mind into the developer? Who in the right mind in the meeting of the developers went to them and be like, you know what this thing should be called? Assassin cock. That doesn't make sense. It's assassin and a cock? Yes. That doesn't make any sense. What? That would be my mindset. I'd be like, you're gonna name it Assassin Cock. I get it's a bird, but Assassin Cock? Gosh, so many names you can make from that. No joke, like, straight up. Charm Potion. Alright, let's see what this does. Gosh, this feels like... Vagrant Story. That's another game that should bring to PlayStation Plus Premium. I heard only solid things about that. I think they should absolutely bring that. Reduces the risk of an encounter. Cool. Well, I'm completely okay with random encounters because I grew up in the time of Final Fantasy, so I'm completely used to it. And the fact that we have quick save, I'm completely cool with that too. Very much appreciate that. Alright. That brings me back to... Oh, okay. Oh, there's the assassin cock. Why? Anyway. Trent, that sounds normal, but assassin cock. Double slash. Did it heal itself? Or did it raise its defense? Oh, nope, it just cast a magic power. That did not do a lot of damage. Attacked by the assassin cock. I do like actually using the ability, and it feels like you're making progression, especially when you're... I'm so glad I did the tutorial, because it makes the battle so much easier, because it's the timing, and it kind of gets you really invested in all that. Alright, let's use the healing potion, because we don't have any mage characters. Shayna. I'm curious of what people would have named Dart back in the day, because Final Fantasy lets you name your characters, and you can name them every time, until we got to the, like, you know, the voice acting, or, how do I describe it? Until we got to Final Fantasy X, we could name our characters whoever we want. So if we wanted to call pretty much Cloud Spiky, or Antisocial, or Squall, or something else, we could do that. And I love that we could do that, because we made some hilarious names back in those old school Final Fantasy days, so you appreciate it more. But I don't think you can do it in the remaster, but back in those original days, oh man, it was a delight and a treat. Okay, so... Okay, maybe this way. That'll probably put me into the path of... There we go. Alright, well, it's been an hour.